Dwayne Wade averaged not even 13 points per game against the Boston Celtics in the regular season. What do you think he decided to do about that, Wilbur?
Change it.
Change it in a big way. Game 1, Boston Celtics, Miami Heat from South Beach. The playoff series most people have been waiting for. KG and company, LeBron asked about his feeling on the series, said, quote, "It's personal. It is absolutely right," close quote. First quarter, Celtics on a break. Looks like Rajon Rondo has a layup, but LeBron said this is a big boy party. I think this will classify as personal, don't you? JB, he does this so well. How does he do it?
Nobody does it better. He sizes him up. You see there at half court, he knows exactly where he's going, and he paced it up against the backboard.
Told you about D-Wade's struggles against the Celtics. He would struggle none in this game. Late first, Wade got a little fierce. 13 points in the first quarter. C's had 14 in the quarter as a team. Heat up 6 after 1. Second quarter, James Jones stepped on the court and started popping off. Jones slides to the corner. Mike Miller finds him. Get at me, son. Wilbon, what does James Jones give you for an offense?
I mean, he gives them that 3 ball, and it releases some pressure off the big 3. JB's been saying for weeks now, somebody else has to score. That somebody, at least for game 1, was James Jones.
14 points in the second quarter of lone 4-5 from 3. Late second quarter, Wade catches fire. Step back 3, Young Money. He was 14 of 21 shooting. JB, how diverse is this guy?
Well, he's got all the game. When he's making that 3-point shot, he did make 2 today. Going to the hole, he's as good as there is in the game.
23 first half points, 1 shy of a playoff career high in the first. Third quarter, Doc with a message for the C's.
I told you, first day of practice, if you think you're going to beat them in an athletic contest, you're kidding yourself. It's a one more pass, next pass, draw and kick game.
Doc keeping it real, then Celtics taking his advice. Kevin Garnett, the extra pass to Jermaine O'Neal, bucket, and 1. Then Paul Pierce finds Rondo cutting. Rondo, the floater. Celtics would cut the lead to 7, but the Heat come right back, up 9. In transition, LeBron takes a hard contact, old school 3-point play. What about LeBron was all-state in football in high school? He can take that, right?
He could be a defensive end, probably, with that size and weight and speed and power.
Heat up 14 after 3. Fourth quarter, starting to get a little testy. Paul Pierce fouled hard by James Jones. Pierce didn't like it, got right in Jones's grill. Double technical foul. Take another look. It's just playoff basketball, right, JB?
Well, you know, a guy gets up in the air and he's going to fall on him. He's just trying to brace himself. I don't think there was any ill intent there by James Jones, but Paul Pierce felt otherwise.
Double technical. Pierce, slight little headbutt in the face. Tee him up, ref. Then, check this out. D-Wade, later in the fourth, basically runs right into Paul Pierce. A quick double technical. Pierce automatically ejected. Doc Rivers can't believe it. Late fourth quarter, Celtics down 11. Ray Allen, this is as tough a 3-pointer as you can imagine, but Ray, more threes than anybody ever. Booyah! 25 points, Celtics down just 8, but too much heat down the stretch. Miami was beasting. JB, when the Heat play like this, what are they capable of?
Well, transitions, turnovers, they get out in the open court, and I don't know that there's a team that can beat them. You've got to get this thing in the half court and take care of the basketball. Boston did not do a very good job of that today.
Seriously? Chest pass the length of the court? Really?
Dan Marino lived down there, didn't he?
Late fourth quarter, off the Celtics turnover, Jones outlet far ahead of Wade. D-Wade.
No,
don't do that. What are you doing?
Oh, he's hustling. He's your superstar hustling.
Look at why he's bailing out.
What are they doing? What kind of fans? We got to talk about the Miami fans. Catch.
You got to catch.
Wayne.
You can't just put your arm out.
On now.
Heat take game 1, 99-90. Here we go. D-Wade, 38 points, as I said, 5 assists, 3 steals. LeBron had 22, 6, and 5. If you could have a quiet 22, 6, and 5, I think this was it. Ray Allen led the Celtics at 25, but not enough as the Heat hold court in game 1.
You knew it was coming. You know, all they did was talking about being physical. To me, that's not physical, by the way. That's chippy. That ain't physical. But we didn't handle it very well, you know, and that's what was disappointing to me.
Both teams are physical, and this is the playoffs. At this point in the year, you can't be somebody you're not. We are trying to play our game, the habits that we've built for 5 months, and do it better than them for 4 games. That's it. We're not stepping out of who we are. We're not trying to be more physical than who we are because it's the playoffs, because it's Boston. We're a physical basketball team, and that's probably been understated all year long.
It's going to be technical. It's going to be flagrant fouls. We knew that. I mean, both teams want to win that bad. You know, and we just go out there to, continue to execute. Let's not blow our cool when something may happen. That's not a basketball play. We just got to continue to keep grinding, keep working our game plan, and keep making the right plays to help us win.
This team is, they're great for a reason, and we're gonna have to fight for every, inch, every game we get. Right now we won game 1. We supposed to, and we go back and focus on winning game 2. We're at home. We have home court advantage. They just trying to come up here and steal one, like they've done in the past. The teams. So it's our job to come out, with the same mentality in the next one.
Dwayne Wade said that he needed to play better against Boston for the Heat to win this series, and young man backed it up. 38 points and 14 of 21 shooting in game 1. In his playoff career, when he shoots better than 63%, the Heat are 9-0. Mike Wilbon, D-Wade clearly changed the game. He changed his game. Why was he so effective doing it?
Because he decided, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going out like that again against these boys. I mean, that just becomes when you're that good and you've had a history in the playoffs and you're wearing a championship ring just like they are, you decide, I can control this game to a great degree. Not maybe all of it in its entirety, but enough to change the tone, to set the tone, and Miami had to have that because they can't lose game 1. This game was much more important to the Heat than it was to the Celtics.
12.80 average in the regular season? Yeah, 13 in the first quarter. But
just so you know.
You know what? There's a lot of guys who are going to say, you know what, I'm going to play better against this team. But there's not a lot of guys that can go from averaging 13 to 38 and go 14 to 21 and chase Ray Allen all around the floor. Yeah, I know Ray Allen had a nice game, 9 of 13. But his energy, he took the lead.
Absolutely.
He said, I'm going to take the lead. This is my team. We saw what he did in that championship run in 2006. The guy was the best player on the floor. He was tonight. And if he continues to be, the Miami Heat just might move forward and get another one.
Key sequence in the game in the fourth quarter. Paul Pierce, who already had 1 technical foul on him in a double technical situation, has a quick run-in beef with Dwayne Wade after Wade basically ran through him. Why was he teed up so quickly, do you think?
He shouldn't have been. Nothing that those two can say to each other in the fourth quarter of a playoff game, to me, should merit being ejected. And yes, officials are aware that a guy already has a technical foul, particularly when he got it just moments earlier. So you can warn him. You can say, Paul, walk away. If you do that, one more word out of you, we're going to toss you. But you don't throw him out there. I mean,
it wasn't long. It was not a long interchange. It was very quick.
Nothing they could say. These are guys of like stature. JB, am I wrong?
Well, we don't know what was said, and we don't know if Paul Pierce was warned earlier.
Okay,
they might have said
earlier, that'd be the
he
one
got into it with James Jones, so they might have said, look, Paul, anything else, and we're throwing you. Right. So if that was the case, then we're okay. But look, let these guys go. It wasn't going to escalate. They're too smart of guys to know that they're not going to get themselves taken out of a game with 7 minutes left. So a little quick on Eddie Malloy's part. Good official, but maybe he jumped the gun.
D-Wade, as I said, 38 points. He's used to it. It's the playoffs. It's his 26th career 30-point game in the playoffs, 6th place among active players. Kobe Bryant's more used to it. Kobe's done it 80 times. He's number 1.